As it's been mentioned. My peepers, what's going on, man? It's your boy Fly Guy Fishing here, man. Back with another episode of Fly Guy Fishing. But today we're gonna be doing a lot of just a bunch of stuff. Like I don't know that I'm gonna have time to actually go fish today. Hopefully I'll be able to get out and fish a little bit, you know, but we'll see. I don't know. But I do know we're gonna make a couple stops at a couple of different stores. I got some ideas for kind of like a bait wall or whatever, and we're gonna try and do a little project, my wife and I, and see if we can put that together. But before I got into that, I wanted to give you guys a really quick fishing tip. Kind of like a well, not really a tutorial, because I'm not going to be actually demonstrating this with you today, but I do want to give you some fishing tips. So right now it's fall weather. 9 times out of 10, wherever you're fishing, is pretty cold. It's not, the fish, you know, generally are not up shallow in those particular conditions. A lot of times they're a little deeper. It just depends on, you know, the conditions of the day. But one of the baits that's really good to use in the fall time, I mean, you can also use this in the spring and the summertime too, is square bills. So this one is a chartreuse deep diving square bill. You know, as you can, let me see if I can get it to zoom in on that. I gotta work on it. But yeah, there it goes. But like a square bill. So this is the bigger square bills like this are deep diving. So they dive deeper for those fish who are deeper in the water. A lot of times when you're fishing these, and they have shakers in them to attract the fish to the bait, and the fish can really hone in on that bait. Brighter colors usually are better in clear water conditions. So if you're fishing dirty water, I wouldn't recommend using a really bright color like this. I'd probably recommend using something a little bit more natural, like this deep diving one right here. It's more of a natural color, or one like this. That's a little bit more natural. But you want the object of a deep diving crankbait, and this one actually is from Warriors Tackle. It's a really good one. It's really cool. It's got a yellow, black and yellow feel to it. But the object is for that bait to get deeper in the water, and those shakers to attract the fish to the bait and key on some of those reaction strikes from those more lethargic fish who may be just lingering around down in the bottom of the water or whatever. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that you have a good casting reel, number one. And you want to make sure that you use, I like to use a heavy rod for those kind of baits, because you're not fishing for no little fish. When you fish with those particular baits, you're not fishing for small fish, you know, 1 pounders, 2 pounders. No, you fishing for 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 pound bass with those particular baits. So you want to use a fishing rod that's going to actually excuse me, I'm a little hot. But that's going to actually get those fish to react, and when they get on, they're not going to break you off. Okay, so you want to use a heavy setup. Some people use braid, some people use fluorocarbon. I personally do not like monofilament line. Like, that's just my personal thing. I just don't like it. I've tried fishing with monofilament on several different occasions, and I just really don't like monofilament. I prefer either fluorocarbon or braid. Those are the only two I'll go with, either fluorocarbon or braid. So braid tends to make a little extra noise in the water, so some people stay away from that, especially when you fish in top water. But when you fishing like crankbaits, square bills, stuff like that, you know, braid can be okay. It just depends on, you know, what you're fishing. So again, if you're gonna, this is a perfect season to do big swim baits, big square bills, deep water if you're fishing in lakes, and I would recommend that you throw those on either a 7.6, 7.5 heavy, Some people go longer than that. Just depends on how far you want your cast to go. And either braid or fluorocarbon. But if you're gonna use fluorocarbon, you're gonna have to, you're gonna have to use some pretty strong fluorocarbon if you're gonna use fluorocarbon for that purpose. But that's my recommendation, man. So if you guys are doing some fishing today and you're going to the lake and you want to try some baits that are gonna be, you know, good. It's pretty cold here where I'm at, so I recommend trying the deep diving crankbait. If you're fishing in ponds, the shallow diving crankbaits, the lipless crankbaits, those are really good around this time, but those require a different profile. Like you wouldn't have to fish the shallow diving or the lipless on a heavy rod. Like you could use a moderate heavy rod, maybe like a 7.3, 7.4 moderate heavy. Again, fluorocarbon or braid, just depends on your personal preference. I know some people just like braid. They only fish braid for everything, and that's fine if that's what you want to do. But I think fluorocarbon will work good on that in that particular circumstance as well. So, you know, there's a couple of tips for you guys, man. Stay tuned, hang around. We're gonna be doing a lot today, so hopefully we might be able to get to do a couple of DIY projects or whatever, and we'll make this thing into some entertaining footage for you guys, hopefully. So I appreciate those of you who have already subscribed to the channel. If you haven't already, hit the like button down below after you watch the video. Drop me a comment, let me know what you want to see. And if you don't follow me on Instagram, it's @FlyGuyFishing_. That's @FlyGuyFishing_. You guys stay tuned. I am still doing the giveaway. So if you're on Instagram and you want to take part in that giveaway, follow me first. Follow @FlyGuyFishing. Like a giveaway post, tag a friend, and you'll enter into a chance to win. And once I hit 2,000 followers, I'm picking a winner. And just sidebar, somebody asked me why I picked 2,000. It's because I feel like I didn't want to aim too low. Like I didn't want to set the bar so low that it would require less effort from me on a grinding kind of deal. So it was more so for me than it was for you guys. But 2,000 is the goal. So once I hit 2,000, I'm picking a winner. And once that winner is selected, I'll shout you out on the page or whatnot, and I'll ship the 2 rods to you and the reels to go with them. All right. So y'all stay tuned for extra footage, man. Appreciate the view. Peace for now. So we at the what is this? The Lowe's? We're at the Lowe's. We at the Lowe's because I gotta pick up some stuff to make a bait board for the office, and I'm using my phone to record it because I can't seem to get the lighting right on my camera. So we're using the phone to record. We're gonna go in here and see if we can pick. Just forgot my wallet in the truck. Can't buy nothing without no wallet. We're gonna go in here and see if we can pick up a few items, and the idea is to have a place that I can hang like extra baits and stuff up that I'm not using at the moment, to make sure that I kind of keep track of it and take some clutter out of the office. Because right now it's like it's junky in there, and most of it is my stuff, like some fishing or whatever. So we're gonna go in here and see if we can pick up some stuff. I need to learn how to do like a time lapse. Like I don't know how to do that yet. I need to figure that out. You know how to do that?
What, on your phone?
A time lapse, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's on your phone.
No, I'm saying like when I'm not using my phone. Yeah, I don't know how to do it. So but yeah, man, we're gonna see if they have what I need. They should. Everybody got their Christmas stuff out already.
Are you going to the hardware section?
Yeah, we're definitely in the wrong. Well, I don't know. We might not be.
No, it's hard.
Is it home?
It's like funny.
And plus, like when you take like cameras into places, people get skittish. So it's always easier to use your phone. So if you vlog, like if you make videos, I recommend you use your phone when you go in the store. Like if your phone don't have a good camera, invest in the phone that has a good camera. because bringing a huge camera into a store, people just look at you like you're the feds, right? Because most people don't want to be on camera, but they think you're recording them when the reality is I'm not, bro. I'm recording myself. Where is it?
Getting in the hardware section. Just go down.
It might be down here. Like with the signs and stuff. Huh?
That ain't what's it.
What'd you say?
I said that's the idea.
And there are a couple of other like DIY projects that we want to do, but we haven't been able to complete them yet. That's the crazy thing about coming in the store. Like you'll see anything. Like sometimes people bring their animals in the store, which is cool. But when you have a daughter like mine, then you hear stuff like, "Well, I want a dog." It's like, oh gee, thanks.
I'm about to go find somebody and ask them. Where would your like peg boards be?
On our very back wall.
On the back wall.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Are the pieces with it, like the hangers? and stuff with
We have wood dowels. I want to say if you're looking for like the dowels that
Okay.
stick in it, and those are going to be on. I think I can't tell which one that is. 49, like aisle 47 on the left hand side.
it? Okay, thank you. Appreciate
You're
it.
welcome.
Had to get a little assistance because we started getting some weird looks. You know, I'm walking around with this camera on. The dude that was standing behind me was looking at me like, is he recording me? No, fool, I'm recording myself. That's always the weird part about taking your camera in the store. But you're finna curse, right? Let's see. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hang like the hard baits up on it, depending on how big it is. I got a bunch of packs of soft plastics that I need to hang up until I get some other storage idea for it. But I think that's what I'm gonna start with, just to clean it up a little bit. When I get like baits from tackle companies and stuff like that, I'll hang them up on the wall or whatever. Stop. But all right, so I think we're getting close here.
Shannon down 252.
Yep.
Shannon 251. Sorry.
And you can actually paint this if you want to.
Yeah, you could. I probably won't, but you can.
I think this is big enough.
Let me see. Like hold it up. Well, here, you hold the camera. Let me
See?
hold this. Let me grab this. Now I got my hand all in the camera. So I think this will work. Yeah, I think we're gonna go for it. I might need more than one though.
No. Or maybe two, so you can put one at the bottom, like one at the top and one at the bottom.
Yeah, I need more than one.
All right, here.
How much are these? Like $8?
Yeah. Or you can get a big one.
Why don't I just get that one
Big.
instead of this one? Because if I'm gonna have to get, but if I'm gonna have to get two of these, it don't make sense. Then I can just get one of those.
Well, like, what you don't want that. Versus if you get one of these, I mean, if you get two ones and put it together, it's still not going to be as big as that one.
I think it might. What size do I have? And you don't think that's the same size as that one?
It might be.
It's the same size. So you might as well just get that one. How you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, Believe me, the space will be used. It's just,
Why do you need such a big one though? That's going to be overkill.
no, it's gonna go in the wall where all of my stuff is. I'm gonna take that off and put that there.
You still don't think it's going to be overkill?
No, I think it'd be good. Like put it up. Like the thing is, you'll have to hang it tall enough, close enough to the ceiling, to where you know what I'm saying. Probably should have got a cart.
Probably so.
Here's one. How they doing?
Shannon, dial 312. Shannon, dial 312.
So now we gotta go and get the. We gotta go get the fixtures for it.
Trying to get it's not like shit.
Yeah. All right, so let me figure this piece out real quick, and I'll turn the camera back on. Peace. All right, so we back at the crib, man. We just got back, had a little bit of lunch, and we are now getting ready to put together, I guess I'll call it like a bait board or whatever. So really what it is, man, we spent like maybe $50 on all the material. Super easy to buy. It really wasn't a whole lot. You know, and there's different options that you can do for this. I've seen people do this just a plethora of different ways. But the way we're going to do it today, to me, is the simplest way to do it. So you go to Lowe's or Home Depot or whatever hardware store you have at your, in your local town or city. And you need to buy what is called it's like a backboard, but it got holes in it. So I don't know the technical name for it. My wife does. I do not. And then you need to get trim. So you need to get trim for it. So we got 2 strips of trim, 1 board, and they cut the strips into 4 pieces so they can go around the board to frame the board up. And so after that, you want to go and you want to get the hangers for the board. So they're 2 pronged in the back where you can put them in the holes and hang them down on the board, and you can hang your baits and stuff or whatever else you're going to be using on those particular hangers for your bait board. So once you do that, you just got to put it all together. So that's what we're getting ready to do now. And actually, whenever my wife gets out here, we're going to time lapse it because I don't want to bore you guys or anything like that with explaining what we're doing and all that crap. So we're going to do a time lapse, and it'll be dope. Probably play some music or something like that while we're doing it. And after we get done, I'll tell you what we did. This process tops probably will take like 30 minutes tops. 30 minutes tops. Maybe. Hopefully. Right, so if it takes longer than that, then we'll tell you, but if not, it'll be like 30 minutes tops. So once we get done with everything, we'll show you the finished product, and I'll show you what it looks like in my office. All right, so y'all stay tuned. Peace. are back, man. As you can see behind me is the board that we put together, and we actually use pegboard. So earlier in the video, I couldn't remember the name of the board that we use, but it's called pegboard, and it's pretty cheap. Like it was like what, $8? Like about $8 at Walmart, and you can get your pegboard. Lowe's, Walmart. So that one right there, I got the bigger one that they had, like the bigger size. That wasn't the biggest, but it was one of the bigger ones that they had there. And I 4x4, and I picked it up. And as you can see, there's already some baits on there and things of the nature. What I'm going to do is, if you follow me on Instagram, I'm going to actually take a picture of this board, and eventually later on in the channel, I'm thinking about doing a feature bait. So if you know, I'll pick a company who I think has a really good bait, and I'll feature it on my bait board back there, and I'll actually go fishing with it.
It's not a bait board, it's
Stop, boot. And I'll actually go fishing with it, and test it out and everything, and we'll keep, you know, make sure we have enough content to push out for you guys. But that right there is the board. You saw several time lapses of us putting this thing together. It wasn't supposed to take that long, but it took that long because my wife had to do she had to do some hair, you know what I'm saying? She cooked, we ate, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So it took longer than what it would have taken. If you can you please stop? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. If you have children, you understand. Anyway, my wife cooked and she did some hair, so it took longer than what we anticipated for it to take. But hopefully, you know, next time it won't, you know, the next little DIY project. You want to say, hey, okay, all right. Alexis want to speak to everybody, so we're gonna let Alexis speak. There you go. All right. All right, let's back up so the people can see you. Okay, are you satisfied now? Are you happy now? Are you gonna stop interrupting me now? Okay, thank you. So next time, hopefully the DIY won't take too long.
It probably would have took about an hour. I say hour and a half tops.
You think
if
so?
we would have did it.
How you gonna talk and they can't see you?
Well, I mean, I'm just, you know.
Like, they cannot see you. Like, if you're gonna talk, like if you're gonna be a part of the video, you need to come over here where the rest of us are.
Well, I'm not looking the best right now.
So my wife is saying that it could have been done in about what, an hour?
I would say maybe an hour and a half, because the paint didn't take that long to dry.
No, it did. I don't think it would have taken that long if we'd have brought it inside to begin with, because it's pretty cold, and things don't dry as quick in the cold as they do in the heat. But we just painted it really quick, you know, and then just left it out there to dry. But we probably could have got it to dry quicker if we'd have just brought it all in the house. We just didn't feel like going through the hassle, so we just left it out there. But yeah, so I mean, you know, I think if you bring it in the house, it probably wouldn't take an hour. It probably, you know, 30-45 minutes.
Yeah.
And you can have it up.
I got
The only thing that I will say is really difficult is the frame that's around it, like tacking that frame onto that board. Like, yeah, that was probably the most difficult piece of it, because like they don't make a nail small enough and strong enough to do what you needed to do for that board, because they just don't, you know. So we got the smallest ones that we could find, and we tacked it onto that board. But you don't, when you're tacking it on, and unless you have like a solid surface, the board is gonna bounce. And when it, you know, if you know anything about carpentry, if it's bouncing, the nail's not gonna go into what you're nailing it into. So, you know, my wife had to hold it. Like, we had to put it on like a solid set. Like, it was crazy. So yeah, if you watch the full video to its completion, you'll see in the time lapse that we moved it from the floor or actually my lap to the kitchen counter, which, you know, we didn't have a choice. So yeah, that's it, man. So I hope you guys got something out of this video today. Oh yeah, and by the way, if I don't go fishing, 9 times out of 10, me and my wife, we just gonna do a little DIY. I'll probably give you a fishing tip of the week, that if I can't fish, And then me and my wife will probably do like some kind of DIY project, you know, because I'm sure that people who follow the channel, who follow me on Instagram and stuff like that, you're probably married and you have a family, or even if you're single, you live in the country. DIY projects, I mean, you're always looking for cheaper ways to do things. And, you know, me and my wife are, well, mainly my wife, because I'm not really a DIY kind of person.
But if you go
Because I don't feel like I'm that artsy, but she is, so.
But if you go fishing, we can finally catch a fish, you know.
What you mean finally catch a fish? We catch fish.
Yeah, we don't. Well, sometimes we catch little fish. Even I got my nails done.
What do your nails have to do with catching fish? Just be quiet. How about that?
How you doing, me?
But anyway, so yeah, if I don't go fishing on a particular day that I'm making a video, if the weather conditions aren't right for me to go, if it's raining, if it's snowing, because it's getting cold here now, or if it's just too cold, like if it's just too brutally cold outside, I'm not going fishing. Like, I don't ice fish. No. It doesn't seem reasonable that a 6'2", 230-pound guy would take his chances walking on ice in the middle of a lake or a pond. That just doesn't seem to be a reasonable decision to make. And that's a decision that I'm not going to make. So I don't ice fish. So if you're looking to get some ice fishing on this channel, this here channel right here, listen to me. It's not going to happen. Never in life. I'm not going ice fishing. So if it's too cold to fish, or if it's froze over, whatever, then we'll do like a DIY. We got a lot of DIY projects that we want to do around here. Well, my wife does anyway. And yeah, I got a lot of honeydews to do. Like the list is growing. I still have to finish painting. I still have to finish. What else I got to finish? I still have to get the bottom. Like we want to encapsulate the bottom of our house. Like I still have to do that. I have to change the insulation in the ceiling. Yeah, so like my honeydew list is like, it's pretty extensive. And I'm gonna tell you, most of this stuff I'm gonna pay somebody to do it. Because me crawling up under a house, that's nope, not doing that. Nope. But yeah, so I hope you guys got something out of it. If you want to try this right here, literally you can do it for like $50. Yeah. It was like $50 we spent. $50, and you could probably do it cheaper than that. To be honest, like if you get a smaller pegboard, if you get a smaller one of those, it probably wouldn't cost you. It probably cost you like $30. Because I think the smaller ones were like $6.
And because the big ones are
it can be done cheaper.
Yeah, it can be done cheaper than $50. So like I wouldn't be surprised if you could do it for like 20.
Like 20 minutes. Like 20 minutes.
I think you could probably do it for 20.
Because if you get the half size of the board, I think that board was only like $5, $6, $7, something like that. It wasn't much. The smaller size pegboard, and then they had a kit for the hangers that was only $10. So you might.
Yeah, you could probably get it done for like 10, for like, you know,
I'd say maybe
like
$20, $30.
Like $20, $30. Like $20, $30, you could probably do it. So hopefully you can understand what I'm saying over my daughter talking. You know, she doesn't do this at school. You know, she doesn't talk while the teacher's talking at school, do you? She just does it to her parents when she gets home, right?
No, yeah, because I just.
Because you're rude. That's because you're rude. Yeah, you're rude. You don't talk while other people are talking, right?
Nah.
Yeah, but you're doing it right now.
Over and over. Go and squat.
And you just gonna keep doing it, right?
Well, like basically.
This is rude. It's rude. Why your shirt collar so droopy? What you been doing? It's a brand new shirt. We're gonna end this video. So thank you for the watch. Thank you for the view. Hit the like button, like right down there. Hit the like button.
No, like right over there.
It's not up there. Is it?
It may be up there.
Is it up there?
Yes, it is.
Are you sure?
No, it's at the bottom.
It's at the bottom.
No, it's not.
It is at the bottom.
No, it's not at the top.
No, it ain't. It's at the bottom.
No,
So
it's
hit the like button down in the bottom and
No,
hit the
it's at the
subscribe button
top.
too, man.
Well, it's at
th-
the bottom. This podcast is at the top.
It's not at the top.
Yes,
It's at the bottom. So hit the
No.
like button down in the bottom.
At
If
the
you want
top.
to, drop
At
a
the
comment.
top.
If you got like a DIY project that you've done at your house, with your wife or with your family or with your family or whatever, drop it down in the comments. And whenever on a day I don't get to go fishing, me and my wife will look at it, and if it's something that we feel like is reasonable and it's something we actually want to do, we'll do it.
Well,
All right. So appreciate the view. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Follow me on Instagram at FlyGuyFishing_. Again, one more time for you. Hold on. At FlyGuyFishing_ Instagram. I do have a giveaway going on where you can win one of 2 rods. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. You can win 2 fishing rods. That's the giveaway. It's 2 fishing rods. So I have a 7.6 heavy and a 7.2 medium heavy. Both of them come with, one comes with a 6:4:1 gear ratio casting reel. The other one comes with a 7:1:1 gear ratio casting reel, and they're loose casting reels, so they're good reels. So what you gotta do to enter, follow at FlyGuyFishing_ Instagram, like a giveaway post, tag a friend, you enter to a chance to win. All right?
but
Be on the lookout for additional stuff we got coming out. We're still working on our merch and stuff like that. So that's going to be rolling out pretty soon. I'm actually super excited about that. Soon and very soon, I will not be wearing any other name brand clothing in casual wear except for my own clothing. So be on the lookout for that. I think that's going to be really cool. And I think we're going to try and do like a women's.
So you
right?
say that they
We
got
talked
2
about
sweatshirts?
We're going to try and do like
We're
a.
gonna try to include the whole family.
Yeah, we're gonna try and do like a little
All
family,
on
you know what I'm saying, family thing. You know, if you have small young ones like mine who are rude and talk while you're talking, we're gonna have clothes for them too and stuff like that. So, and it's reasonably priced stuff. I'm not gonna try and hit you over the head and things of that nature, but it will be reasonably priced. So, be on the lookout for that too. So we appreciate the view. Thank you so much, and we will see you next time. Look good, fish better.